Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for a very successful first week of the Fairfield Harbour Podcast. I cannot tell you how much I have enjoyed creating content this first week. I want to walk you through on this video a little bit of the analytics around everything that has happened this week. I'm going to share a few little short stories about feedback that I've gotten from various neighbors in and around the community. And then I'm going to walk you through for those that are not yet on YouTube or have questions about what is YouTube, how do I get signed up, how do I subscribe. I'm going to walk through that on here. I'm also going to walk through how I have been posting on Facebook and Nextdoor such that folks have an awareness of kind of where you can find me, how to share it with other folks, things like that. So, with that, thank you so much. It has been amazing to kind of watch all the feedback pour in. So let's talk about week one. I have posted in 1 week, I posted my first video on, I think it was Sunday the 15th or something like that. It was either the 14th or the 15th. I posted my first video, and it was from the Friday the 13th Fairfield Harbour newsletter, because why not do something special for Friday the 13th? And it got a lot of really great traction. And since then, so I've posted 6 long form videos that include the video I uploaded this morning for the week ahead. This week, the 23rd through the 29th, I have posted 4 shorts, which I'm going to walk you through here in just a minute whenever I click through to the Fairfield Harbour Podcast on YouTube. And then I have posted 9 community posts. And I have had folks stop me at the grocery store to tell me that they are loving the content on this channel. I have had folks knock on my door to say that they saw my post on Nextdoor and they're not sure if they're on YouTube or how to subscribe and turn on notifications so that they're made aware when new content is posted. I love that. I love all of that. And so I am glad that folks are resonating with the content that I'm putting out here. Again, the kind of original impetus for creating this was to get information to my dad about what was happening in the greater Fairfield Harbour and New Bern areas, because he doesn't get out unless someone's taking him. But then also, hopefully word would get out, right? And let folks know about things that are open to the public, like our grill and our golf course in the greater New Bern area. We have a lot of folks moving into Fairfield Harbour, a lot of new families. I had a real estate agent reach out to me last Tuesday to say, hey, I'm actually writing an offer today for someone in Fairfield Harbour. Is it okay if I share with them your video from the weekend so that they can start to learn a little bit more about what will hopefully be their new community? Yes, please. And thank you. It's just been great. And then I've had an author reach out to me wanting to do something so that he can get information out about himself and the types of books that he writes. And several real estate agents have reached out wanting to do content about things that are happening in Fairfield Harbour from a real estate perspective and things that are happening in the greater New Bern area. So all great things. Lots of really good traction, comments coming in through Facebook Messenger, comments being left on posts that I make in various groups. And like I said, I love being kind of stopped out in public and folks asking me about it and giving me feedback in person. I love that. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, you know where I am. Feel free to knock on my door. I'd love to chat. If you hear me yell down from the second floor, it's because I'm on a meeting and cannot step away from my computer. So please stop by though anytime. All right. And with that, I am going to share my screen because I want to walk you through a little bit about how YouTube works, what YouTube is, especially for those not familiar, because YouTube is where I source most of my information on a day-to-day basis. So I am going to walk you through kind of why that is and how I do that. So YouTube, for me, content creators are not necessarily paid by the folks that they are creating content on to create content. So there's not a monetary incentive to spin the news in any one direction or another. Typically, from my perspective and the things that I search for, content creators that I follow and seek out information from are professionals in their field. They are patients or consumers of certain products, or patients of providers that have had certain procedures done, and they're sharing their perspectives on what happened to them, questions that they would ask. And so I say all of that to say that when you watch the news and kind of mainstream media, depending on which news channel you watch, there is a spin to it. We're not getting the whole message. We're getting the message in kind of a very specific light, if you will. And I hate that. We don't even get the news here at this house. We do not have cable. We do not have satellite. We literally watch Amazon, Disney Plus, and YouTube for the most part. Occasionally Netflix. But anyway, that's what we do over here. So we don't subscribe or watch Fox, MSNBC, CNN. We don't do any of that. We source our own content from people that we trust, and have no other, again, monetary incentive for creating content in any kind of contextual light that they would like to add. So this is my YouTube channel. You'll see me logged in here at the top. If you find me through Facebook, this is my Facebook page. And I tend to post whenever I upload new content to the YouTube channel. I am typically posting in Fairfield Harbour community or residents of Fairfield Harbour, or Fairfield Harbour residents. It's worded one of those two ways. And I do that because we have a lot of Facebook groups for this singular community. There's the marketplace of Fairfield Harbour where we sell things. There is the young families of Fairfield Harbour. Again, let's see, Fairfield Harbour Uncensored, residents of Fairfield Harbour community, just Fairfield Harbour residents. And from what I have seen, when I click through these and click on the community tab to see who is subscribed to both, I tend to focus on residents of Fairfield Harbour and Fairfield Harbour community, because those have the most number of subscribers and the most number of subscribers that are not the same across both. So whether or not there's like someone that just got mad at an admin on one channel and created another channel for whatever reason, or we created like Fairfield Harbour Uncensored because admins were so strict on one, post kept getting deleted. So there's an uncensored page for any myriad of topics that happens in Fairfield Harbour. And so because of that, people are subscribed to more than one, right? But I was looking for a way to get the message out to the largest community without spamming everyone. So I don't post in every single community. And that was kind of the logic for how I got to those two. So if you click on Fairfield Harbour community, Lynn Pollock is the host here. You'll see I just posted a couple seconds ago the upload for the week ahead on the Fairfield Harbour Podcast YouTube channel. But you can always click here on the button. And if you want to look for me specifically, of course, I've looked for myself, you can actually see. So if you wanted to share like, hey, Emily did this podcast on her channel and I want to send this to someone, you can certainly share from here. So that's one benefit of the community page. And again, I'm not posting in all because I don't want to spam everyone in our community, but I do want folks to know that new content is posted, especially if we have folks in the neighborhood. It sounds like, from my perspective, a lot have reached out like, I don't know what YouTube is and I don't subscribe to anyone on YouTube. We're gonna work on that here in just a second. But this is how we can find content that I'm posting. All right. And you can also just sort by most recent over here on the filters, and it will, in reverse chronological order, show you all the posts that I've made in a singular community. You can also click on the three dots here, the three ellipses, if you will, over to the right of each video, and you can save the video for future watching, or you can turn off commenting so that you don't see everyone's comments that get posted here. So just some food for thought about how Facebook works. And then I'm doing the same on Nextdoor. So if you have signed into Nextdoor and you've gotten your address verified such that you're part of the Fairfield Harbour or New Bern communities, I'm posting there as well so that you can get that information. There are some people on Nextdoor that are not on Facebook. Okay. All right. So then if we click through to YouTube, so like if we just clicked here, it will actually launch the video and start playing. Okay. And you will see that in the show more, if you go down, I have bookmarked most every video I've created so far. So if you want to just see what's the weather going to be like for the next 7 days, you can click here. If you're going to look for events coming up in Fairfield Harbour specifically, you can click here and it will jump you to minute 419 in the video. And if you want the greater New Bern area happenings, you can click through to minute 14 and 50 seconds, right? So you can click around to get to content quicker. The one thing I will say about these week ahead videos is we have kind of the static calendar that's in the newsletter. We also have the larger calendar on fhbeacon.com. And those calendars are not always synced. There is also a separate calendar for activities like Zumba, the stretch classes, canasta. These other activities are not woven within here's what's coming up with the virtual POA meeting and things like that. It's very hard to get kind of a big picture of here's everything that's happening on Monday, here's everything that's happening on Tuesday, that kind of thing. So I'm working on that, how to get that information more succinct, such that it sounds like I'm fiddling less trying to get to all that information. Similarly for New Bern, there are information or events being put out by like the Craven County Literacy Council and the Craven County Arts that are not on the visitnewbern.com or New Bern Happenings pages. So I'm trying to click through to get through everything, but it's a lot. So I am continuing to streamline how I'm going to do that. Feedback welcome. Okay. But yes, you can click through on the more and get to any of these videos. Now up in the right-hand corner, you see I am logged in as myself. Oh, you probably can't see that because of the Fairfield Harbor logo here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So here in this section right here, there's your name. This is how you log in. So if you were to click on one of my videos and you're not already logged into YouTube, this will just have a like a blank person icon here, and it will say sign in. So you could sign in. And whenever you click on sign in, if you do not already have a Google email, you can create one, or you can use an existing email that you have to create a password for YouTube. There will be a verification process to make sure it's you. It'll probably send you either a text or an email with a code to verify that you are who you say you are. But then once you're logged in, again, YouTube is free and open to the public, and you can literally search for anything that you want. I'm going to make this screen bigger again for me. So if I'm up here in the search menu, I can type in like knee replacement. My dad is trying to get ready for a knee replacement. And you can actually watch, sorry for the graphic content if you have a queasy stomach, but you can actually watch a knee replacement surgery happening so that you can see what is being done. You have physicians that talk about the different types of knee replacements. They're answering frequently asked questions. You have different orthopedics and suppliers of the actual implants that go into a knee replacement that are doing videos on this is what Medtronic provides as a knee replacement versus this is what Ethicon provides. So you hear from the suppliers themselves what makes their implants different and unique. You hear from surgeons about this is what I tell my patients to do up until surgery. This is what I tell my patients to do after surgery. You can also even get more specific and go to knee replacement recovery. See Al Roker's knee replacement recovery journey. There's a video on that. Again, what to expect in phase 1, weeks 0 to 2 after your surgery. Physical therapy exercises that you can do at home to get that range of motion and the strength back post-surgery. Again, these content creators, the providers that are creating this have no other reason to create this content other than getting the word out about how to do this. They're not pushing anyone, for the most part, not pushing any one type of medication or any one type of treatment plan. Your treatment plan should be specific to you and your provider, but this gives you other information that you can inform yourself about to ask questions to your doctor. Hey, I saw this. How does that factor in here? Or does it, right? It gives you the information that you need to be a better healthcare consumer. Similarly, if I am like, I have hooded eyelids and I'm looking for makeup tutorials on how to fix that. I mean, the sheer volume of makeup tutorials on YouTube is exhaustive. You can literally watch makeup tutorials forever on how to I have hooded eyelids, so I have watched these videos. And so that's how I know. But literally, how do I how to create a podcast? And you can literally, people walking you through beginning to end. Here's the equipment that I use. Here's the tools that I use online, the applications that I use. Here's how I upload it. It's free, just free content. Of course, there are going to be ads. These content creators, a lot of them get incentivized through people clicking on their ads. So there isn't like an ad placement, especially if you do not subscribe to YouTube Premium. But just know that these are just different folks that have been successful at creating a podcast, and they want to share with you how they did it because it might be helpful to you. So this is that. These are all the subscriptions that I have. And again, I source content from people that I trust to create content that I'm interested in. I watch a lot of true crime, and I want to watch lawyers talk through things that are happening in pop culture, like Alec Baldwin getting charged with manslaughter charges. And that is not funny in any way, with Helena Hutchins having died on the set of Rust. But I am very interested to watch how this is played out in the legal system, what we see in the news versus what is actually happening in the courtroom. It's so intriguing to me. But anywho, I watch a lot of stuff. I also watch a lot of stuff on patient and family engagement. This is the Institute for Patient and Family Centered Care. They have a YouTube channel, and they talk all about how to ask certain questions to your doctor, how to, again, be a better healthcare consumer. It's a lot of good information, especially me being a primary caregiver for my dad now. So anyway, going through here, you can search for, once you're logged into YouTube, you can search for the Fairfield Harbour Podcast if you didn't click through on it from Facebook. Here up at the top, there is a link, right, for the podcast itself. So if any YouTube channels match exactly what you search for, those channels will populate up here to the top. You'll see we have 42 subscribers, and you can subscribe from here. You can also see all the podcasts that have been posted down below. Okay. So if we click through to the podcast itself, I want to walk you through that content that I created earlier and show you the traction that it's getting. Okay. So again, I've created 6 more long form videos. This would also be considered one of those. 1 hour ago, I uploaded the week ahead. It's already gotten 12 views. The 2023, January 20th, 2023 Fairfield Harbour newsletter got 83 views 2 days ago so far. I also uploaded an intro for the podcast that talks a little bit about me, the rules that I will enforce on this channel, what I want this channel to feel like for those that come and enjoy this content. And it's already gotten 51 views. The man that was sentenced to 18 to 24 years as a career criminal with theft crimes having been committed in Fairfield Harbour, 202 views. And then again, the different weeks ahead and newsletter, the Beacon, 90 views, 86 views, and 108 views for the first January 13th video that I did. I also have shorts. These are things that are happening in our lives, us living day to day in the New Bern and Fairfield Harbor areas. 134 views on photo or this little short of the gator in Northwest Creek. My son playing basketball in our front yard, 2,000 views, 2,200 views. My boys going fishing on the boat, 2.7 thousand views. And then Taekwondo championship my daughter participated in this past weekend, 1.3 thousand views. So 1,300 views at this point. There is a community tab where I'm uploading stills. So this is more of like an Instagram type of component where you can like and comment on things. Cork is a new restaurant. It opened about 3-ish months ago in New Bern over on Bern Street. We visited there for the first time. Really great charcuterie boards. My husband's steak was amazing. My pasta was delicious. The kids had a really great time. Basketball, Craven County Parks and Recs, their basketball season started. First games were this past weekend. The Neuse River was on Jeopardy recently. So again, all publicly available information. And then it's so sad to see that the Neuse River Bait and Tackle has announced they're going to close. They haven't announced the date that they're going to close yet, but if you have gift certificates, things like that you need to use, please go ahead and do that. And please visit them. That family is so integral to Pamlico County. We go there all the time for bait, fishing line, all kinds of things. So before we go out fishing. And so I hate to see that they're going to close. It's very sad. But anyway, that is how you subscribe and turn on notifications and like videos. And the more that people do that, the more that the word about this channel will get out. Again, this is not just for Fairfield Harbor. I named it that because I live in Fairfield Harbor, but this is also for folks in and around the greater New Bern and Pamlico County area. So I hope that everyone finds this valuable. Again, open to feedback on things that you'd like to see me cover. I have really enjoyed making this content and learning so much about YouTube and different editing softwares and stuff over the past week. So thank you for making week 1 successful. It would not have been successful without you. And I look forward to creating more content that you'll enjoy in the future. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.